lecture on tips and tricks of BCS implants. All those aspects you have gone through. So till today, we were discussing only smooth surface implant. But I know some of you or some people on Facebook and YouTube who are watching us, they still must be skeptical about this smooth surface implant.
Yes, sir. We can start.
Okay, everyone, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Mehul Jani. I am a maxillofacial surgeon. I am a International Implant Foundation teacher. Though we are a teacher, every year we go for a teacher training program. So we knowledge our experience with each other and we share what we have learned with each other and we learn from each other. So every year we have a program which is called a teacher training program. It holds in Montenegro. So in this picture, if you see, I consider it as a teacher training program, teacher retreat. Krida is standing in between us. He is guiding us. We all are learning from him. So he's ideally he is the father of modern dental implantology. Now, what today I am going to discuss is a KOS implant. We'll discuss some long-term results and classification. Now, basically, I belongs to a conventional implant family. In 2009, this was my first implant. In 2009, I placed this implant. It was a conventional implant, two-piece implant. But after almost 10, 11 years, nowadays I am not using those implants. I am allowing them to stay inside the bone, or either I am removing it. So I am not using this kind of implants nowadays. I am using a single piece implant. Why single piece implant? Whether you buy Maruti or Mercedes or Rolls-Royce, in any metal where there is a junction, it has a tendency to get loose. However, we convince ourselves that our implant has a perfect attachment, it will not get loose, this, that, but it is true that any metal which has a tendency and that part is under function, it has any metal which has a junction and that junction is under function, that junction has a tendency to get loose. That's why all aircraft has a rivet. They don't have any screws or any other kind of fixation option. They use rivets and it becomes a single piece. Now, in corticobasal implantology, we have many design. I'll go much faster because we have a time limit of around 30-35 minutes. So here we have many design in corticobasal implantology. These are mainly basic design which we use. These are BCS implant, this is BCS EX implant, and these are KOS implant. Among all these implants, this is my favorite implant, KOS implant. It has a many variation. One is KOS Classic. The KOS Classic does not have these micro threads. This is KOS Micro. It has a micro threads as a crystal region. This is KOS Plus. It is a combination of BCS and KOS. And this is a KOS MU. Who wants a retrievable option for processes? They can use this KOS MU implant. These are multi-unit implant. This is 15-degree pre-angle table. And after this 15-degree pre-angle table, you can bend this implant to 15-25 degree. So it's almost you have a provision for 30 to 40 degree for your prosthetic insertion. Now, what are the aspects of this KOS implant? What are the points? It has a polished neck. This polished neck is bendable. It is highly polished. The aggressive, non-aggressive threads as crystal region, they are micro threads. They engages the first cortical bone. First cortical bone is your alveolar cortex, and the rest part apical compressive threads. These threads are rough surface implant, and these rough surface threads corticalize the cancellous bone. So it will condense a cancellous bone in such a way that your cancellous bone will become a cortical bone, and it will achieve a stable bone situation. It will